felt like it was missing a few things. It just like the plot.
It was missing
It
a few
had
things like a plot.
hold on.
I'm Maddie.
And I'm Carolyn.
And we're okay, ready?
Yeah.
And we're just some podcast. Why didn't you do it?
I thought you said that we weren't doing it. I thought we were doing that. I thought you were doing it with me. Oh, and we're just some podcast. It is so hot. I was walking that dog today,
Mm-hmm.
and she was like, yeah, like if you just put on his little booties, he'll stay out longer. And I was like, that's not the problem that I'm having. The problem is that I have to be outside.
Well,
110 degree heat. The problem.
Did you put the little booties on the dog?
I did. Of course. It's just too hot here. I bribed him today with peanut butter. That sounds so good. That's what I want now. Peanut butter? I would like to be bribed with peanut butter, please. Okay. Well, hey, Elena says that we never introduce our guests. So, Kat, would you like to introduce yourself? We have a constant complaint, so we're going to address that right now off the bat. Okay. I think our new viewers don't even know who we are. So yeah, and you know what? And that's fine. And all you need to know is our opinions. You know who we are, what we do.
Yeah. This one's for you, Elena. Hello, my name is Katriel Klein.
Shout out, Elena.
Shout out, Elena Dean.
Oh man, I missed you, Kat.
I missed you too. It's so good.
Hey, we're still introducing her because Elena's gonna freak out. Katriel Klein is an actress. She's currently based in Texas. Hey, she's also a pilot. There's so many things that she is. It's crazy. It's incredible. She's super cool. We've worked with her quite a few times now, and she became a close personal friend after we worked with her on King Tara, where she starred as Tara. There you go, Elena. Okay, so how's everyone watching and reading this week? Perhaps against their will. Stupid book.
Perhaps against their will.
Carolyn was like, we should start with the episode that makes it look like that we like the book. And then when we explain it, we should be like, no, we hate it. But I can't hold it in, Carolyn. No, I was thinking about that, and I was like, I wouldn't want someone to watch this video being like, I really like this book. I can't wait. Oh. They hate it. If you really like this book, that's fine. Like, you can go like your own things. Since I got a really bad comment last time. We got a hate comment. And honestly, for our first hate comment, never read again.
What was the hate comment?
It was just like, I mean, honestly, for our first one, I kind of loved it. It was kind of like, oh my gosh, everyone has a right to their own opinion. I'm like, yeah, this is our opinion. This is the opinion I have the right to, which is that if you liked the movie Snow White, don't ever review a film again. And that's fine. You don't have to be a film reviewer. You can like a movie and then just shut up about it, you know? Like, that's fine. But anyways, if you liked this book, you probably won't like this review. But if you didn't like this book, strap in. Yeah. So that's what we're reading this week, and it was brutal. I literally texted the group chat that I had to read a Mafia in between because I needed something.
Just to feel something.
I needed to feel something. Yeah, besides absolute rage, which is what we felt reading this book. Well, guys, here's the thing. Okay, once again, this book got a 4.5 on Goodreads. People love this book. So if that's you, then that's fine. You can love whatever you love. And I think if I had read this book at 12 years old, I would have also loved this book. But now after I've read books that were good, this book is really bad. Yeah. Carolyn, so what are you watching this week? You watched something new this week? I did. We talked about it, and I can't remember what it is now. Jurassic World. Oh, yeah, I watched Jurassic World. Guys, I went and saw the #1 movie in the world, which is what I keep saying on my TikTok. I don't know. It was fine. I don't know, guys. I love those movies. They're really silly, and they're kind of dumb, and I love them. But I don't know. This one was just okay. I mean, like, I loved it because it was scary. Hey, scary points, 1,000,000. Dinosaur points, 1,000,000. Infinity. Hot actor points, 1,000,000. Infinity. I don't know what else you can ask for. A good script? Certainly not. Certainly not a good script. You're not watching this movie for the script, though. Let's be so for real. So go watch the movie. It's fun. Go watch it, not as a filmmaker, but as a viewer. Yeah. Like Theo with While You Were Sleeping. Yeah.
Has he watched it?
Theo did watch it. While You Were Sleeping is pretty funny. Theo. He was like, didn't get it. He
He was
fair.
like, the acting, the cinematography, I was like, shut up.
It's like that's not why you're watching this movie. You're watching this movie because it's got heart, and you're watching it because it's Christmas, and you watched every Christmas with your family for nostalgia.
Exactly.
Okay, that's why you're watching it, and it's great. But yeah, I did watch Jurassic World. My thoughts on it were mixed. I couldn't believe when I opened my phone that everybody in the world was like, "This is the best movie so far." I was like,
Oh,
I'm really excited to see it. Do they
So-
have any stegosauruses?
I couldn't tell you. To me, I really couldn't tell you the different dinosaurs. I could tell you that there's dinosaurs in the movie. Zach could tell you all the different dinosaurs. We're watching the movie. Maddie, please. We're watching the movie, and like every time a new dinosaur would come on screen, Zach would like turn and whisper to me and be like, "That's a blah, 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 blah." I don't remember what he said.
Okay.
Kat, what did you watch this week?
I don't think I watched anything new this week. Wait. Well, with my family, we watch every single night Murdoch Mysteries. Highly recommend. It is a Canadian TV show, and it's got
No.
like 13 seasons, so you have a
No.
lot to get through.
I feel like if I said that to Catherine, she'd be like, "Oh my gosh, yeah, Murdoch Mysteries." So, Catherine, if you're listening to this and you watch that, comment below
Let me know, Catherine.
because it sounds like something you would watch.
That's
It's
so
really
funny.
cute. It's just I don't know how to explain it besides it's just a lot of murder and
Oh,
Fun.
great little
Love that.
humor.
wow. Cat's like, it's really cute. There's lots of murder. Oh, yeah.
That's
Mhm.
so funny.
No, 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 totally. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, and she's gone.
and she's gone. I've also watched, okay, I'm curious what you guys, if you are even into this, the K-pop Demon Hunters. Have you guys watched that or heard of it? It's on Netflix. No?
No, I don't want anything that says demon.
That's,
You start shaming her. You're like, if you listen to Taylor Swift, it's demonic.
No, I haven't. I think I've seen like, it sounds familiar though, because it's on my TikTok, but I've never watched it. No.
yeah, that's how I found it. Well, on Instagram, because I get everything late because I don't have a TikTok. But it got advertised and my sister
Don't get a
really
TikTok.
likes
You'll just doom scroll for hours.
my sister really liked it and I was like or likes K-pop, so I was like, hey Kiana, this looks like something really cool to watch. So we watched it together and it was really good. It's an animation is amazing, the voice actors are incredible, and the songs are really addicting, like really addicting.
Ooh,
Singing them
okay,
around
that
the
sounds
house.
fun.
Yeah.
Musical.
But yeah, it's got your boy demons in it, so maybe don't watch it if you don't like that. Respect.
That's
Maddie's
so
like,
funny.
I wasn't allowed to watch Teen Titans as a kid because of Raven.
Because of rape.
But I could watch like Vampire Diaries and
So I
just
watched
not Teen Titans.
Supernatural.
Supernatural is so good. I remember watching that show with Elena. Oh, Elena.
Oh.
So that's we need an Elena shout out count like in the bottom corner, Maddie.
We really do.
It's like
Bing.
Shout out, Elena.
that's awesome. Maddie, what did you watch this week?
Girl, you know.
Oh.
I'm watching Love Island. And I'm so ready for it to be over. They told us that July 13th is the last day, and I'm ready. I'm counting down the days. I'm over these couples. I'm over this show. But I do love Iris and Pepe. Sierra is gone, so
Finally, we've all been
finally.
waiting.
You know what's crazy though is everyone who woke up the day that she left, everyone was like, I woke up in a great mood. It's just so nice today. I wonder what's different. And I'm like, the drama's gone. Thank goodness.
Was she also the one that was saying a bunch of racist stuff?
Yeah, she was the
Oh.
one who was saying the racist stuff.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Everyone's like, this is so crazy. It's like the
And
world
they're
is
like,
a better
she
place now that she's gone.
And everyone's like, or the host Ian, he was like, oh yeah, she had to go home for personal reasons. I was like, yeah,
Personal reasons?
because
Did you
she's
mean
racist.
slurs, ma'am? Did you mean to say she was saying slurs? Is that what you meant to say?
Crazy.
But it just came out as
And-
personal reasons.
It's so funny too, because Nick, who she was in a couple with, immediately after she left, he was like, yeah, my strongest connection's gone. How are you, Alandria? And then just took her to the dock and they had a whole conversation. And then she's like, yeah, let's be a couple. And I was like, that was so fast.
Oh my God.
Elena, if you're listening to this, text me. I need But yeah, and I've been reading this dumb book.
Guys, we have to get into it. We have to get into this book.
What's
Okay, so
funny is
here's
I
the
don't think
thing,
we've said the
y'all.
title of it yet, and I'm
Yeah,
kind of
we're talking about Sparks of the Everflame by Penn Cole. And here's my thing. Here's the thing I'm going to say before we absolutely roast the shit out of this book.
Wait,
First of all,
is this spoilers free?
yeah, this is spoiler free.
Spoilers free, guys.
Spoilers free right now. First of all, this is the author's first book that she's published. Okay, so I'll give her a little bit of grace there.
Let me pull it up
First
real quick.
book you ever published, whatever. Number two, TikTok hyped this book up like crazy. TikTok was like, "This is the best book you'll ever read in your life." Okay, first of all, it's wrong. But
Yeah.
also, like, don't say it's the best book ever because it's not. And also, we're now going into it like this is gonna be so good.
Yes.
Third, it was recommended, and they said if you like Throne of Glass, you'll like this book. A fact you should know about me: I do not like Throne of Glass. So when I read that, I was like, oh, maybe this isn't
Well,
the book for me.
well, here's the other thing. Okay, let me read the description of the book just in case no one knows what it's about. Okay. So Spark of the Everflame is when old secrets catch fire, everything will burn. An immortal world colonized by the gods and ruled over by the descended, their cruel offspring, DM Bellator, yearns to escape the insular life of her poor village. Her mother's sudden disappearance and the discovery of a dangerous secret about her past offer DM an unexpected opportunity to enter the dark world of descended royalty and unlock the web of mysteries her mother left behind. With the dying king's handsome, mysterious heir watching her every move, but she hates him. And a ruthless mortal alliance recruiting her to join the growing Civil War, DM will have to navigate the unwritten rules of love, power, and politics in order to save her family and all immortal kind. Spark of the Everflame is the first book. Okay, whatever. Fans will like this if they've read A Court of Thorns and Roses, Throne of Glass, From Blood and Ash, Guild, and The Serpent of Wings of Night. There's only 2 books on this list that I liked that I read. I've read all these books and I hated From Blood and Ash. That was one of the series that I was reading it about a third and I skipped all the way to the end and then I was like, yeah, that was not worth it. Hated it.
It wasn't even worth the first start. Yeah, see, that's the thing. And when I was reading if you like this book, if you like these books, and we were both like, wow, we don't like any of those books, we probably should have ended there. We probably should have put the book back
Yeah.
and said, this book is for someone else. Okay?
But we've been talking about this book for like
For
6
months, it's
months
been on our list. Yeah.
because I went to Colorado to visit Carolyn and we went to Barnes and Noble trying to pick a book of the month. And this was one that caught our attention. Like, we're like, oh, it looks really cool. And then we're like, we'll save it. And then we decided to pick this month to read it.
Because we both wanted a fantasy, and we're like, well, we've been talking about that one fantasy forever,
Mhm.
so we'll get that. And so that's the reason why for all those reasons we were kind of set up for disappointment. However, that doesn't excuse everything. That's just Penn Cole. If you're listening to this book wasn't for us, and that's not your fault. But the rest that we're gonna list is so
Yeah. Well, okay, I will say that some of the tropes that she says that there is enemies to lovers. Okay.
debatable.
Debatable.
Okay.
Slow burn. Debatable.
Yes.
Feisty FMC. I'm gonna kill her kind of thing. And brooding prince. Sure. Touch her and die. 1000%. I think that
Unfortunately, those words are said word for word in
they
the book.
so those are like the tropes. And that's why we were like, oh, this sounds really good. Like we love slow
Yeah,
burn,
we
we
were
love
like,
enemies
this
to
is right up
lovers.
our alley.
Yes.
Wrong alley, dude. We went down
So-
the wrong alley.
I rated it 2 stars.
I also rated it 2 stars. Kat, what's your rating?
Oh,
Okay.
is it out of 5? Is it out of 5 stars?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm not very good at rating things, but I'll say because I made it to the 3rd book, even though I haven't finished it yet, and it's taken me a week, 3 stars. 3
Okay.
stars.
You know what's funny? We didn't even explain why Kat's here.
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Oh, hey.
Elena's freaking out right now.
It's okay.
Okay, so
Kat
the
is
reason why
here.
Kat's here is because after we announced that we were reading this book for the month, Kat messaged us was like, "That's so funny because this is the book that I was talking about earlier when I was like, I don't know if I like it, don't know if I hate it." So we were talking about it with Kat, and then Carolyn and I like 2 days ago were like, we should have Kat on the podcast to talk about the book. So that's why she's here, just in case anyone was wondering.
Hi, I'm so honored. And it was kind of funny too because I'd been trading voice messages with Maddie and we were going back and forth and I would keep mentioning this book and I was like, I don't think I'm going to finish it, Maddie. I can't stand this main character and I'm so easy to please. I don't think I'm going to finish it. And Maddie like had to ask me 3 times, you haven't told me the name of the book yet. And I think I finally did.
I was like, I have
Right
no
as
idea
you
what you're talking about. And then she told me, and I was like, that's so funny because
She
Carolyn and I are
did, and
supposed to be
she
reading it right now.
told you, and we were in the middle of the book.
you were
Oh,
in the
and it's a
middle of
little
the
too
second
late
book.
for that now.
Oh.
I finished the book about 30 minutes ago.
Oh.
Yeah,
I'm so proud of you.
I finished the book about a day ago, and then I immediately started the second one, and then I finished the second one about 30 minutes ago. And I started the third one and I think I'm done. I think I'm over it. I
Throw it
think
in the towel.
I've reached my limit of putting up with it.
I was telling
Because
Carolyn this morning that I was like, even if it does end on like a cliffhanger, I'm not ever gonna reach for the second book. Never. Can't do it. I can't do it.
no, and like this is how I felt with Throne of Glass. And here's the thing. I do think that Throne of Glass is a better story. The structure is better. It's more thought out than these books are. Like I don't want to like put them on the same shelf because I do think Throne of Glass is better. I just also didn't like Throne of Glass. And it was the same stuff. As in
Mhm.
like I'm on book 5 now? Book 5? No. No.
Yeah.
I stopped. I put those books down at book 5 and there were 7 books. Like I could have finished those, but I was like, no, we're done. If you like Throne of Glass, you will thoroughly enjoy this book. You actually would really like it because it's very similar
Yes.
and the female main character is almost copy paste in my opinion. Like they're very, very similar characters.
Hmm.
And it is like your classic brooding guy situation.
Yeah.
Random.
Here's the thing that I will say. No, that's too mean. I'm gonna say that if you like a main character who's mean to everyone and then doesn't say that she's mean, you'll love this.
If you
Um,
were a high school bully,
if you were
let
a
me
high
tell
school
you.
bully,
You're gonna
if
enjoy this book. You're gonna think I am the main character. And you're right. You are.
and you're right. I
If you are
if you
not
love
like other girls, you will like this book.
If you're not like other girls,
the way
if
he
you
was like
like
he wears
to
pants. How about you shut the hell up?
if
He
you
wears
like to
pants.
hate women, but you also like to hate men, you're gonna love this book.
If you love a main character who wears leather pants and describes it every chapter, you'll love this.
If you like
If
the phrase fight leathers, you're gonna absolutely love this
Mhm.
book.
if you love if you were Team Gale from Hunger Games, you'll love this.
Wait, who's the author that's Team Gale? Who's the
What?
author that just got bullied up? I'm so
Allie
sorry.
Hazelwood.
Hey,
Allie
Allie Hazelwood, you're gonna
Hazelwood,
love this book.
hey, Allie Hazelwood, if you're listening to this, here's the thing. I don't agree with bullying you online, but I will say that I will never read one of your books ever again. And it's
You're like, I don't
and
agree with
it's
bullying online, but I'm about to do it.
and it's
But I'm
not the
about to
fact
partake.
it's not the fact that you're a bad author. It's just that now every single time I look at one of your books, I think that you said that PETA is useless, and it actually hurts my soul. I don't hate you, but I'm not happy, and I will not read your books.
Well, it's just crazy because it's like the whole point of Peeta's character is that he is kind of useless. That's the whole point because she's the girl, she's the lead. She's the one in charge.
Yeah. Well, he's also important to the plot. Are we going to get
Yeah.
into Hunger Games right now? He's important to the plot. And if you're Team Gale, Allie Hazelwood, then you'll love this book. You'll absolutely love it. You'll eat it up. I'm Team PETA, by the way, if anyone didn't know that. Kat, do you have anything that you'd like to tell the audience that's spoiler free if they'll like this book?
Spoiler free. I think you guys pretty much covered it. I think that's really good.
If you love an enemies to lovers that's not an enemies to lovers, you'll love this.
If you like enemies to lovers, but that doesn't make any sense and they don't get together for 500 million books, then you'll love this.
If
You'll
you love a girl who's mean to a guy for absolutely no reason for like 3 books, You will love this.
Exactly. If you love the miscommunication trope, you'll love this.
If you love miscommunication, you're actually gonna freak out from this book. You're gonna be like, 17 more books, please.
If you
liked Iron Flame, you're going to love this series.
Dude, don't even get into Iron Flame right now, dude. If you love it when a person who's trying to do its job asks you what your name is, and then the main character says how short he is and how small he is, you'll love this book because she says it all the time. It grinds my gears. Like he's literally a guard in the palace and he's trying to search you and you're upset. Okay, let me just jump out the window.
If you enjoy bringing firearms into movie theaters, you're gonna love this book. Because that's like what I thought of. I thought of like when you go into like a movie theater or a mall and they have a sign that's like no firearms, and then like what, she's gonna attack the security guard. Like that's what happened. That's what happened. That was the scene. She was like, I need them. I need my weapons.
Okay.
Okay, well there's a no firearms thing then you can't go in.
If you love a book where the bad guys are, not gonna lie, not very bad at all in the first book, hey, they're not evil. If you love that, and then you love a rebellion happening because the guys are quote unquote evil, you'll love this book.
Yeah, see, that was crazy. And we'll dive into our takes on The Descended when we get to the spoiler, but like, yeah, that part was crazy. There was a lot. If you like telling instead of showing, you're gonna enjoy this book. And if you love the foreshadowing about the main character that she's saying herself and then is saying, but it's probably not true, and you want 700 pages of that,
if you love the word fight, you'll love this book. You'll love it.
If you've always wanted to bleach your hair silver.
I can't do this anymore.
If you had a streak in your hair in high school, you're gonna fucking love this book.
If you wore contacts in high school, colored contacts.
If you love a girl that's just not like the other girls
with silver hair, you'll
love this book.
Cheetos in high school, you're gonna love this book.
If you're a manager at Wendy's, you're
my district manager at Wendy's, from the Ellensburg Wendy's, you're gonna freaking love this book. If you get off on bullying people, let me tell you, you're gonna freak out.
This book. So, guys, that was our spoiler-free review. I hope you liked it. Now, Carolyn, should we get to the presentation?
Yeah, and bring up that presentation.
I'll bring up that presentation.
So, guys, to start this off, we're gonna do a fan cast. Once again, it's a bummer because I think the concept of this book is really cool.
Yeah,
the concept is cool. And I think I wish she had taken like 2 more years to work on it. I think that would be my biggest.
I think she grew up on fantasy Wattpad and wanted to make her own, but she just needed, again, more time.
I think it just needed more time because it is a really good story. It's a good concept. And I also think the fact that she wrote it in first person instead of third person makes it more difficult for a book like this.
Yeah.
And I think if she had written it in third person, but I know like all of it's written in first person now, but like I really think that also trapped her in a lot of ways. I thought that this was funny because she quotes Pride and Prejudice like multiple times in the book. You know what you did? You're going to court. Is your opinion truly so low of me? Is an actual quote from the book. I was like, that's funny. That's crazy. But like in all seriousness, go to that next page. Okay, we have Daisy Ridley as You know what you did. You're going to court, buddy. Tell me the same scar and the same hair. I know you feel my power because I can feel yours too. End quote.
Yeah. That was crazy. That
was the part when I was like, is this based on a Star Wars fanfic? Because I'll actually lose it. And
Daisy Ridley and Adam Driver. Okay, I didn't even realize he had a scar like that. This is legitimately. I think you're right.
I was like, that's crazy. That's funny. And hey, am I blaming you? No. I would be describing this man too.
Yeah.
But that's just a really funny coincidence. Okay, Maddie, go to that next page. We'll do the real fan cast.
Oh my god!
You guys are killing me.
Why is it Honey Nut Cheerios as Teller?
Okay,
He
so I
just
will not
gave
be
me
giving an
a
explanation, but this is my
smile. Oh
cast
my
of thing. We have this AI art as Luther,
God.
because when I looked up Luther fan cast, it was just a bunch of AI art, which I thought was funny. Um, Robbie Valentino as
I
From
totally
Gravity
see that.
Falls.
I
The
totally see
guard
that.
from Skyrim as Andre, specifically the guard that says, I was an adventurer like you once, and then I took an arrow to the knee. That one specifically. Sophia the First as Lily. I don't need to explain that one. Waffle House waitress as Mari, but only specifically if she calls you honey when she takes your order. And then we have last but not least the Honey Nut Cheerios mascot as Teller. No explanation needed for that one. Maddie, go ahead and
I
hit
might
that
need a
next.
little explanation. So, just kidding. What the
And the girl
frick?
that bullied you in high school is DM.
I love the pictures, just like blank for the face.
Well, I didn't want to like put someone's yearbook photo on here. Their
No,
actual
this
face.
is perfect. Insert face here.
She was so mean. She was so mean.
Yeah, so this book was not our cup of tea. Me and Maddie gave it 2 stars collectively. I
Yeah.
guess because of Kat, it would now be a 2.5 as a group.
Well, Carol, it's funny though, because Carol and I actually were on the phone for about 2 hours this morning, and we were trying not to talk about the book because we wanted to share everything for the episode, but then we did end up sharing everything about the book. And Carolyn originally rated it 3 stars.
Yeah, I went down
Oh.
after we talked about it.
Yeah. And then I was like, I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna rate it 2 stars. And then I told her why. And she's like, you know what? That's a good reason.
Okay, here are the
Pros.
pros.
Two pros. I
We've
have a pro
got,
to add to this.
yeah, sweet. We've got Luther here as our photo, and then his quotes that I thought were really cute. And I was like, this is drawing me back in, which is then I guess we're both bad at following orders. Cute and tell me you don't feel it. Those words, dude, I'm sad. That's so cute.
Tell me you don't feel it.
Tell me you don't
Beautiful.
feel it. I
And
do
she
have
just
one
goes,
more pro to add.
Speak on it.
It's a specific scene. I don't remember what chapter it is, but it is later in the book. And it's DM and Teller and then their dad. And they're sitting at the dinner table and she's talking about Lily. And it's so cute, like their whole dynamic. And then he's like, like what about Henry? And then she's like, shut up, like, don't. I thought it was a cute dynamic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would
But
say
that's
I
it.
thought there were more pros in the second book than in the first book, to be honest with you.
was the one where I think she has like a little sword fight with her dad. I liked that too. I
Yeah,
thought that
that's a
was
good one.
cute.
Yes.
Yeah.
Her relationship with her dad and her brother are cute.
Hans, page
Okay,
Oh,
so Maddie, just go all the way through these. There's 6 pages and they're
oh
all
my
really
God.
disorganized. So
Oh my
just go
God.
through.
Okay, ready?
No, just click through all of them because there's a million.
I mean,
And I organized it in like a better thoughts, but these were just my notes that I said as I was reading.
I really like that the prose page had just literally 2 quotes and they're both Luther's.
she's so insufferable. It's insane.
Yeah, this was the problem. This is my biggest problem with this entire book, and the reason why I'm grading it so harshly. Because I feel like if I don't like a book, I'll still forgive a lot. And like for this book, I did finish the book and I read the second one, so like that, it was engaging enough that I read both books. But the reason why this book really pissed me off is because it poses this character as like feminist and like speaking up for people who can't speak up for themselves and like all these things. But the way that she does it, she's just really self-righteous and full of herself. She does everything for selfish reasons. And she's not feminist. She literally, every time there's another woman in the room, she's like explaining how she thinks about that other woman. And usually it's jealousy or degrading her for being like wearing pink or being feminine. And
Because
then,
she's
or,
wearing pants.
or when Henry was like, the leader of the Guardians is a woman, she was like, that surprises me. And every single time there's a woman in
Yeah.
leadership, she'll make some quip about it. And I know it's to make fun of the men by being like, that's shocking. But when it happens every single time, I'm like, girl,
Yeah.
shut up. And then she's just mean to the men all the time too.
She's
Every
so
single
mean.
interaction she has with a guy, she's like, he has a small dick. That's like what she says in every single interaction she has with a guy. And so I'm just like, you cannot pose this girl as feminist and then make her like this because
Yeah.
she's not. So don't push that.
Totally.
And it really felt like I'm pushing this as an agenda and not genuine at all for the entire book. And that's why I couldn't stand it. And that's why I'm so harsh on this book because it makes me so pissed as a feminist to read this shit and think that young girls are reading this and thinking like, oh, that's who I need to be. That's what I need to act like. That's what a feminist acts like. Wrong.
I was
Wrong.
telling Carolyn earlier, wish she would more be like shy in the beginning to where, she's not saying up for herself, she's not saying up for the people around her, and have the enemies actually be bad people because the only thing that they were described as was I was getting from Henry, and I don't trust Henry at all. And she doesn't see any like bad things from the Descents because the Descents are minding their own business, and she's just like, oh, they're evil because they kill people. Hey, I'm not seeing that. You're not showing me. Like the only thing that I was shown was the mother and son, but that's one thing. Like I'm not getting it. So I would have rathered her be like the more evil, and then her being like, "Hey, I'm not gonna get in the middle of it," and because she's also she's also complaining that these people are so evil that if you look at them wrong, then they'll kill you, that they'll cut. You'll slice your throat and they'll whatever. But then she's mouthing off to them and she's stabbing them, she's fighting them, she's what's challenging their authority. Like she's not doing anything like that makes me scared of these people. And so she should have been more low. I don't know what the word is, girl.
Yeah, she should have been more subtle and she should have been
Subtle.
more scared of them. Like, because if the
Yeah.
main character is scared, then we're scared for the main character.
Yeah.
And because she's like, hey, I'm actually just this really cool sassy woman with leather pants on. I'm like, okay, so
I
I
don't
guess we
care.
don't need to be scared of these guys. And I
Yeah.
would say that the Descendants are, and once again, in the second book, it's way more explained, like how the Descendants are evil and like what they do and like whatever. And it's like obviously alluding to like an oppressive government. However, the author is relying on the audience's perception and the audience's ability to relate it to other things going on in the world, but she's
Mhm.
not leaning on her
Yeah.
own words that she's written and on her own world that she's built. And so it just falls hollow because
Mhm.
it's like, no, girl, you need to build this up. You need to tell us exactly what happens. You need to surround her with friends that have been personally affected every single day. And like we have Henry, but once again, no one trusts Henry
I don't
because
trust
Henry
Henry.
lies for the entire damn book. So then if you have him as your only source of, well, the Descendants did this, then it's just like, well, we don't know if we even trust
I
Henry
don't
because
see
the
that.
main character doesn't trust
Like,
Henry.
exactly. And so she should have, like, her first stand-up moment should have been that mother and son. Like, that's the first time she should have been like, oh, I have to do something because there's no other choice. But she didn't because she's not like other girls. She's tough and she's mouths off to the guys. Hey, I don't care. I don't care. And we'll be right back.
Guys, we're working on so much film stuff right now. It's kind of crazy. We have a lot coming up. It's super exciting.
For one, we have King Terra up for distribution. Our goal is to land on a few streaming services, and we already have someone on board to distribute it. As for Lies Girl, which just premiered in Essex Park, we are submitting it to film festivals to get more eyes on the project. If you want to help us out, there's a few things you could do. If you've seen and enjoyed our films, consider checking out our merch linked below.
If you want to help us get on streaming services and seen at film festivals, consider donating to our GoFundMe to help us cover the costs.
Last but certainly not least, just check out our TikTok, drop a comment on any of our posts, or just keep listening to our podcast, and please share.
We couldn't do this without the support of viewers like you.
Is that trademarked?
From PBS?
I think it is.
If it's public broadcasting, it's probably public domain.
I don't think so. Now, back to the show. Kat, what are your thoughts?
I think I was talking with Carolyn is I didn't see as much of an arc. And again, still impressive. It's her, Penn Cole's first book. I have to give her kudos. Have I written a book?
Yes.
No. Not once. I think I wrote like one Wattpad thing with my sister about Justin Bieber when I was like 12.
I need
and
the
I'm
link
gonna need
to
to
it.
drop the link
No.
for that.
I'll try and find it. So embarrassing. Anyway, but yeah, what I was speaking with Carolyn about is she didn't have as much of an arc as well. I don't really think she had an arc at all. It just was constant. I hate the Descended, who I keep mixing up with the Ascended from Blood and Ash in my head. But
Hey, look at that.
Descended.
She took that because it's if you like Blood and Ash, you'll like this book.
If you
And
like
you're
it.
going to
I
court, buddy.
swear.
There's like 17 lawsuits.
You know what
headed your
you
way.
did. But yeah, and she's just angry the whole time. And I couldn't understand what exactly she was angry at. And I think it's what you guys said. There weren't enough moments or there weren't enough friends who were affected in a negative way. and she's like got this job of a healer, so she's very I guess privileged way of being able to see everything, and she's still only, I don't know, there wasn't anything obnoxiously negative, but she
Hmm.
just told a lot. She just told a lot of stories. Or like Henry, like you said, he would just be like, I saw
Yeah.
Like, I don't care,
this one
Henry.
stomp on
How
this
about you
kid.
shut your mouth?
Yeah, yeah. And I was like, you know what? I don't think he saw someone stomp on a kid. I think he just wants
Yeah,
to be
and the fact that
mad.
he knew about the child being poisoned, like, I immediately don't
Yeah,
believe
that was it.
Where's
anything that
the
you
That was
say
it.
anymore.
difference? He's
Yeah,
mad at this descendant for killing this kid. It's like, okay, you poisoned another child.
yeah.
Name of what you think is for the best. I was like, I think I can't stand the Guardians. Like, I'm kind of like, burn them all down.
But
I
Like,
literally,
I think that's the point. I think, I think the point of the whole series is that you're supposed to be like, oh, both of these sides are doing the wrong thing, and she's
yes.
supposed to be the like middle to bring them together.
Mm.
but what are they
Different
doing?
choice. Let's find a
Like,
different choice. And also, well, also Maddie, they like explain it way more in the second book. And even
I understand.
they explain Henry better in the second book. I think the second book
Mm.
is better for those reasons in than the first one. But yeah, when that thing
Yeah.
happened with Henry, we're all like, okay, so now we don't trust Henry. So then our only source saying that the descendant is bad is Henry, and now we don't trust him.
Hmm.
And also, she had opened up a perfect opportunity for her main character to have more one-on-one situations with people that were hurt by the descended by
Hmm.
making her a nurse or a healer. And then she didn't do that.
And I completely understand that it's more explained in the second book, but you need to set the world in the first one so that people
For
want
sure.
to go more. Like, after this, I don't want to read anything by her
Ooh.
because this is what I like, because the world wasn't described at all. Like, I told Carolyn earlier, I was like, I felt like it was just like my backyard.
Yeah. Oh,
Because she'll be
1,000%.
like, oh, it's a pretty building and it glows white light. Okay, but you're describing your outfit and your leather pants and that you have a belt with weapons. Explain what I'm supposed to be seeing. Explain the world that I'm living in. And I will always use this example. The Winter's Promise, that world was explained perfectly. Like, I knew how it worked. I knew how the magic worked. I knew who the bad people were. I knew who the good people were. And I knew the whole system. Like, I felt like I was in the world. I understand this is also her first book. Okay, but I just need a little bit more detail that makes me excited to step into this world. That's all.
Yeah, oh for sure.
I
And it
also
was
never
lacking that.
I have also never written a book. Okay, I was also on Wattpad, but I'm just saying, just a little
I
bit.
just think if you're introducing like magic and fantasy's tough because it's like it can go either way. First of all, you can do whatever you want, but that also makes like setting your own rules so important and then following your own rules so important. And so like it
Mhm.
can get really complicated if you
Yeah.
don't do that. Yeah, so going through these these
I like how one
plot
of the
points.
things is likes Henry.
I
That
just
is,
Yeah.
saw that.
Likes
Yes.
Henry might be
Yes.
her worst quality, but
That is the
that's
problem.
fine. I would say I understand, and I could see the argument of like, well, she's obviously in a bad relationship, and people don't usually leave when they're in a bad relationship. So that's true.
Mhm.
So I can see why she stays with Henry, even though he's a freak. But after reading book two, I was like, I can't see why we're with Henry anymore, actually, and I think you need to stop. Because also it's definitely alluding to the fact that he's cheating on her in the second book. Like that's definitely what's
Yeah.
going on. And Kat, I don't know what happens in the third book, so I don't know if it's revealed that he was cheating on her, but it's like alluding to the fact that he's cheating on her in the second book. Because he keeps talking about that one girl, and then he leaves on the trip with her when she's up for trial. I was like, what the hell? Sorry, Maddie. Anyways, we're
I'm
going back
not
to the
gonna read it.
first book. I know, but I just want to be like, and now you can't talk about it. First book, Henry sucks. But in the
He
second book,
does
he
suck.
betrays her like at every corner. This one he does too, but the other one it's like even more so.
Well, also, he was like, the one part where I was like, why the frick you're still around him? First of all, he asked you to marry you, and then you're like, I don't think so, which is fantastic. Love that on your part. And then later, she's like, we should run away together. And then, but it's like right after it was revealed that like he knew about the child being poisoned, I was like, you still want to run away with this guy?
Yeah, this guy
And
who's
like, you know that he
So
was
important.
behind the whole explosion? Like, am I drunk?
And
Like, did I just
didn't
read
he
that?
like him and his buddies? I was reading that one part where she was running towards the armory, and the Guardians came and tried to stop her. Were you guys also under the impression that they were gonna kill her? Because
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, these are not her
1,000%.
friends. And then after the armory, she's like, oh, I gotta get back to Henry and Vance and like make sure everything's all right. Like I need to go talk to him. Like I
Yeah,
was like, what? They just
I'm
want
like,
to
you need
kill
to
that
you.
kill them.
it
Dude,
was
she's so dumb. That's the part that really
so
irks
dumb.
me. She's just stupid and childish. And I think, and I was telling Kat this too when we were texting about it, that like if your whole plot revolves around the main character being dumb, then you need a new plot. Like you
Hmm.
can't
Word for
like
word.
you're
Yeah.
done
Yeah.
because that's just it makes me pissed off. Like she acts like the first person to get killed in a horror movie for 3 books. Like she's just so stupid.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh my gosh, can we kill her off? Because what the hell? Like, why is she so dumb?
Her being like, I forgot my satchel and then escaping was the dumbest thing I have ever read in my life. What were you expecting to find? And you thought, oh, I'm just gonna run out the door and they're not gonna come after me.
They wouldn't let you bring a butter knife into the palace and you think you're gonna run away and they're not gonna stop
And then
you.
she comes back and she's like, oh my gosh, why are you pushing me up against the wall? Huh?
Girl's never
I'm gonna
been to a
kill you
TSA in
myself.
her life, and I can tell.
Luther. Her?
Why did Luther?
Also,
Why
it
did
literally makes no sense why he keeps sparing her. Well, okay, it does make sense. Like, 'cause you get the impression like, oh, he likes her, so he keeps like protecting her and sparing her and whatever.
Mhm.
And then they like reveal this big thing in the second book of like the real reason why he like wasn't, he was like protecting her and whatever. And I thought that was so stupid
What was it?
because it was just because he sees like in the vision that she's gonna be the queen, and so then he's like, I need to like protect her or whatever. But it's also like if she's gonna be the queen, she's gonna be the queen. So you don't need to worry about that. And also, um, who the fuck cares? Like, who cares? I don't care. Like, I'm
I
so
don't care.
mad.
Hi, so I'm currently editing right now, and this part reminds me of a clip that Carolyn sent me while we were both reading the book, and I believe that this scene from Always Sunny represents how we both felt reading this damn book. Enjoy.
There's no way that a mouse could kill a scorpion.
Dude, a mouse could kill a scorpion. Sharp
A
claws and
rat
teeth.
could kill a scorpion.
Well, no shit, Frank, but we're not talking about a rat. We're talking about a little mouse.
Talking about a rat, it still would
I
lose.
know,
My
because
son
a little
liar.
mouse fighting a scorpion. And that is final. Shut up! Oh my god, I don't care! Oh, we're doing
This book is so
It
stupid.
infuriates me. The problem that I also had with this book was she kept being like, I magic just came out of my hands, but it's probably a hallucination. Oh, I'm like really good at healing people. It's probably their power. And then she'd be like, oh yeah, my silver hair and my gray eyes. No, I'm not a descendant. You told me everything I needed to know about how this book is gonna end in the first chapter.
Yeah,
I know she's
100%.
someone powerful. You just told me.
And it's always how it goes too. It's always like the most powerful person in the whole book. And I'm just like, I'm actually gonna lose my mind. I couldn't do that. I couldn't do I wonder if she's descendant because it's not even Maddie, it's not even revealed until halfway through the second book.
Are
And
you serious?
every reveal feels
Not
like a
good.
slap in the face because it's not revealing anything because we already know that information and then it's like presented as like the first time you'll ever think of this. Oh my gosh, when it revealed that she's a descendant in the second book, she's like, I always had an inkling. I'm gonna kill
You
you.
had an inkling.
I'm gonna kill you.
I can't do it. I can't do it. Like it was just
Kat,
so
I need to know what made you want to go to book 3.
Oh my gosh. Because I think, Maddie, you're the one that if you read a book, you have to finish it, right? And Carolyn, if you don't like it, you stop, right?
I usually stop. This one I stopped so many times, but then I don't know
Yeah.
why. It kept me reading, so
I'm
I
the
I
same
have to give it
way.
respect for that.
I feel like I just usually I'll just stop reading and I'll forget about it. Like Throne of
Yeah.
Glass, I stopped at the Tower book, Kale's book or whatever. I stopped at that one because I was like, all right, I'm done. And I'm a Sarah J. Maas fan. I love her. But I was like, hey, this just isn't for me anymore. I'll take a break. Maybe I'll read it in a few years. It's been like 7 years, but I'll get back into it. But this one, I don't know. I think it was just morbid curiosity. I was like, I gotta know. I gotta
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, I think that's how it was for me too. And then it was just like continually disappointing. Like it was
Well,
like maybe
Yes.
it'll get better, or oh, I liked this part, so I'm gonna keep reading. And then the next part would be
yeah.
like, I can't do it.
My thing
Yeah.
is, I usually am the one to be like, finish the book. But there are certain books where I'm like, it's usually if I see he growls. It's usually the thing where I'm like, oh, okay, so this is over. Um, Never,
This is
because
over.
what the frick? Because you catch like a pattern, and like with like certain things, like I know she was gonna wince at anything that he said because it's what it's always, it's just like certain things like that that just drives me nuts. This book I actually did read. I got 20% like a year or two ago, and then I put it down. And I like immediately when I picked it up again, I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot. Like I could picture this part so vividly in my head. And now I remember why I stopped reading. So it's just one of those things. But I do usually like to finish a book. It's just really hard sometimes.
Yeah, this
If
one
he
was tough. I
growls.
think this one was timing for me because I started a sewing project, and so then I was like, well, I'll just listen to it while I'm sewing. And so
Mhm.
then I was just listening, and then the first book ended on a cliffhanger the cliffhanger for me, which was like her revealing that she was the queen, I was like, this is so stupid. And here's the thing, and we'll go into this first point. No firm decisions made and no follow through for the entire book. That part is really gonna piss me off because it felt like every single time the character made a decision, which was rare, the next chapter it would be undone. So there would be there's just no, or the whole book is really all quote unquote setup, but it's bad setup, and there's no punchline, there's no follow through. And so you're just like eating a bag of chips where you just keep eating the chips because you think it's going to satisfy you, and then it never does.
Yeah.
Because it's
That's
just,
great.
That's
and
a good analogy.
that's how this book felt. And then I told this to Kat too. It feels as though the author wrote a chapter, forgot she wrote that chapter, and then wrote the next chapter.
Yes.
And that's because it would be the same conflict in every single chapter. And like, you know how you're like not supposed to end the chapter the same way it started? Well, she didn't do that, but then the next chapter was exactly the same, so it actually didn't matter because it would be like, especially her interactions with Luther, and this is really what pisses me off. And this is why I'm starting to be anti-enemies to lovers, guys. This is how bad it's gotten. I know. Can you believe
No.
this? Can you
Whoa.
believe this? Because, and here's the thing, I've been burned too many times. I've been burned too many times by these types of books. TikTok, you're on thin ice. I'm through with you. If I get one more, if you're gonna love, shut up. You're wrong. I'm not gonna love it because this shit, dude, when it's enemies to lovers, I either need them to actually hate each other for valid reasons, and then that to stay the entire time until like the second book or the third book, and then,
Hmm.
but I don't want to do this misunderstanding anymore. I don't want to. She hates him because she thinks this, but then it's revealed that no, she hates him because he
Yeah.
sucks, and then he gets better, and then he wins her over, and that's great. But I
Hmm.
hate this misunderstanding shit, and I cannot stand when they become friends or whatever and then fight in every single chapter because she wants to keep that enemy's tension.
Oh my gosh, say it again,
I
Carolyn, because
can't
I
do that. I
can't.
cannot do that. I'm like, now this is a toxic relationship and you shouldn't be together.
Yeah.
Because what do you mean? And then when the fights are all because of misunderstandings and miscommunications, I'm okay if you use that trope one time in a book. That's fine. Then
Mhm.
it's like, I don't love the trope, but if you use it well and you use it once, it can be really effective. If you're using it for every single problem,
Yeah. Let me bring it back
jail,
again to a
jail.
Damn,
winter's
straight to jail.
promise. Okay? A winter's promise does enemies lovers so good. Okay, there's so much tension. Well, like there's like little tensions little here and there. It's like little breadcrumbs. And then by book three, they have their first kiss. And it's the most beautiful thing I've ever read in my whole life, guys. A Winter's Promise by someone in France. I don't know how to say her name, but I will put in a picture here.
By someone in France.
I know it's a French person because it was translated. That's all I got, guys. And look at that. It's right there.
I know mine, I can see my copy too. I have a copy. I need to read it because I have
You
it.
do. It's one of my favorite books.
Okay, guys, next
Oh, man.
point. You can tell that DM is descended. Well, I guess we already said this in the first chapter, but she denies it for the entire book, always saying seeing magic is a hallucination / she's delusional, even though she lives in a world full of magic.
What are we doing?
Just
Says
go
it
to the
all.
next page.
Just go to the next page.
Oh, it was
Okay,
ruined.
this is what pissed me off. Okay, I would say the most. It might be the most. There was a really cool setup that she was setting up in book one, which was that she was going to have to choose between her past and her future. Like she was gonna have to choose between her family, how she was raised, the people she cared about, the people around her who have been oppressed by the descendants. She was gonna have to choose between helping them or helping the descendant who she's now become friends with like Lily and Luther, and now she's seeing a new perspective of the descendant, and she has to choose between those two. And that's huge. Like that's really cool. But because this author could not make a damn decision, instead, she becomes queen at the end, which ruins the sacrifice. Because now she is forced to be on the, like, now what is she sacrificing? Now she's the queen. Now she has all the power. Now she can do whatever she wants. And also, I understand, like, she made her the queen and then set up all these, like, roadblocks to be like, but actually she has, like, no power, but actually this, to, like, reinstate the sacrifice. And once again, she just decided not to make the choice because she didn't want to make a choice, a firm choice. And then the second book ends with the freaking explosion when she's supposed to actually start making choices. And I'm so mad about it. I'm like, this almost could have been cool. And having the second book being more about her really struggling with that. And I mean, most of the first book is her struggling with who she believes. But that just ruined the entire thing. I was like, that's a slap in the face. I felt like Luther kissing her at the end felt like a throwaway. It felt like an afterthought. It felt like the author was like, well, I need people to read the second book, so now they kiss randomly in this one spot, but it's kind of meaningless. She doesn't explain why he kisses her. There's no build.
Cat's not in her head.
What are we doing? Why
Yeah.
are we kissing right now? Like there could have been a cool moment. They could have had Maddie, you talk about this all the time. They could have had that we understand each other moment that led into a kiss, but instead it just felt so random.
Yeah, he was like, you could kill me, but only if you kiss me. Oh, what? Hello?
He's a little
So weird.
masochist.
To me, it felt like, because this is how I am, and Maddie, we've talked about this before with writing, how usually there's one scene that I write first, and then usually the plot leads to that scene or circles around that one scene that was the first scene that we thought of. Like for Lottie's Girl, it was the scene on the porch with Roy. For King Terra, Patty, what was the scene for King Terra?
It was the one that I remember vivid, like you talking about, was the first courtroom scene.
Yeah, where she's fighting Cedric, which I think that's still one of my favorite scenes in the whole thing. And then the one for Winona is her smoking with Niels at the end. So usually, and that's what this scene felt like. It felt like she had written this scene forever ago and she was like, this is my idea. I like these characters. This is where it's going to build to. But that scene could have been so much earlier in the book too. Because like, what if she kissed this guy and then the rest of the book she's like conflicted because she finds out he's descendant, or she, like there's just so many things that could have been cool that just fell flat.
Yeah.
And one of my other biggest things, if every person she comes across is in love with her, then I think the author's a narcissist. Because what do you mean every single guy? Every single person in this dang book is like, how come every single interaction she has with someone, they look at her boobs once? Are you the gift? Are you the gift to this world? Oh my goodness, I just can't keep my eyes off of her. Shut the hell up. And the biggest crime that you committed, Penn Cole, don't sell your book on the premise of LGBTQ and then have one character that's barely in it and it's mentioned once that she has a wife just to sell your book. Crime. That's a crime. And that's why I'm so harsh on these books, because damn, dude, not cool.
Kat, was there a point in the book where you were like, I really don't want to keep reading? Or did you just keep pushing through?
I feel like I had more of those moments in the second one, but the first one, she gets into that fight with her stepfather, and she's horrible to him.
Yeah.
Absolutely horrible to him. Like, your parents are your parents, but like he was always supportive of her, and I liked his character. Like maybe he's a little harsh sometimes, but he was always there for her, and he wasn't, they're not even related by blood. So when she blows up at him and is like, "You're not my father," the opposite of Star Wars, I was like, Oh my God.
Oh, it was rough.
Yeah, that was rough. And I had to put the book down for a little bit. I think I also had to put it down after when her and Luther kissed because she like it was something about her leaving like the knife or something too. And I was like, girl, like that's your only weapon against these people who you say you hate. And she just like walked away. It was like you said, it was very like I was waiting for a kiss, and then it just went, and then I just had to. I was like, all right, I'm gonna close this book, and I'll come back to it. I don't know when, but I will.
I
Maybe.
think it would have made so much more sense if the main character was like 15. Then I
Yeah.
would be like, I totally understand all of
She's
her actions.
20 years
She's
old.
20
acting
years
like a child.
old.
And she's also 20 years old in a time slash in a place where you would assume that people are growing up way faster. Like, you're not complaining about little things. You're not quitting your job in the middle of a wartime where it's your only source of income and you have no idea what's going on and you're supporting your family. Ain't no way. She's like, I just don't want to do it anymore. Like, shut up. There's no way. There's no way. So
Yeah.
if she was
No way.
15, I would understand this like 1,000% because that's how she's acting. She's just acting like really childish. And if she had set this as like they're all like young teenagers, it would make perfect. Oh, yeah. And there's the
Red Robin.
the last one.
Yum.
Maddie, I left that one in for you. I left that one in for you.
Red Robin counter.
A few PSAs if you read this book and take it to heart. Never throw your meds into a river.
Oh my
Don't
God.
do that. Don't do People do that so many times in movies and in books where they're like, and then I threw away my antidepressants. People die. People literally die when they get off their meds, guys. Do not throw your meds away.
You know, you were mentioning too how if she was 15, it would make a lot more sense. But her brother, I think, is 15 and he's very level-headed.
That's the other thing too. Is she writes all her she's pushing for feminism and then she writes her females as erratic or too girly so they have no opinion. And then she writes all her men as level-headed and totally normal and totally cool,
Yeah.
except
Oh
for
my
him.
gosh, exactly
him.
that.
Yeah, Carolyn said something where she was talking about like if a woman in the book gave her like an opinion, she'd be like, "Oh no, I'm not going to listen to you." But if a man did it, she'd be like, "Oh, that's a good idea. I should totally do that."
Oh,
But then she would pose it and be like, whatever, and then she would go and do that thing.
Yeah.
going to exactly as she was told.
Girl, what? And then
Yeah.
also her mom's gone for the entire book. All of the female characters that are put in a place of power are not acknowledged at all, and it's just her. And I'm like, and once again, if she wasn't clearly posing this as like, look, she's feminist, I wouldn't be getting mad at her for this. But
Yeah.
because she's posing it that way, I'm like, girl, follow through. I'm not seeing any of it.
Oh, and a small little thing too. I actually really love Lily's character. I love the characters that are really
Me
girly.
too.
And I think
love
that
Lily.
I think there's more potential. Well, there has been growth with her character more so than any of the other, more than the actual main character.
Yeah.
And she's really sweet and she's kind and she's considerate and like people. I respect her for her actions and she's always like giving the benefit of the doubt. Kind of like Jane in Pride and Prejudice, like that feeling. She's a very strong character, but she shows it in a different way. And anytime she talks to DM,
DM, yeah.
DM on Instagram.
Yeah, like direct
DM.
messages, Kat.
DM me on Instagram.
Yeah, okay, what kind of name is that?
DM just goes like, speed it up. What are you doing? Speed it up. Because she stumbles a little bit over her talking. And I'm like, that's so stressful. If somebody did that to me, like, I don't want to hear the rest of your story. Like, short story, what is it? Short story long, long story short, long story
There you go.
short.
You got it.
You got it. You got there.
Took me a minute.
But you got there. That's what matters.
But I got there.
The other problem, the main problem that I had with DM was the fact that like it like chapters 1, you think that the whole journey is going to be her trying to figure out what happened to her mom. But the entire book, it's like her going around healing people, which is fine, but then like starting fights with the descendant and everything. And my thing is, keep your friends close, but keep your enemies closer. Like if I was her and I found out that the guy who knows probably what happened to her, I'd be trying to befriend him in
I'd
a
be
way.
seducing him, dude. I'd be
I'd be
I'd be
seducing him, trying
seducing
to
this
figure
guy.
out
I'd be
what.
tricking him. I'd be getting
I'd be
information
like,
out.
what do you know? Like when I was literally in the car and he was like, I was wondering how long it would take you for to ask me that. I was like, same here, because we're 99% in and you're just now asking about your mom. Like, no, I'd be asking that like chapter 4. How the heck do I get my mom back? And what do you know?
Yeah, Maddie, I think that's a valid point because also it felt like I sent you a draft and then you commented, why hasn't she asked about her mom? And then I was like, oh, you're so right. And then I wrote in, she then asked about the mom and then just left it there, like in that chapter. Like
Yep.
that's what it feels like. It just feels like either like it really feels like she just should have spent more time on it. Like it just needed a little more time to marinate and needed more people to speak into it and be like, hey, girl, these are really cool parts of it. You have a really good setup here, but you need to add this here, or it's going to be unsatisfying to read because you're just
Yeah.
like waiting for, because that's this whole series. And after reading the second book, it was the same thing. It was just like, I'm just waiting for a payoff. And when you were talking about Lily, Lily makes the biggest sacrifice of any character I've seen so far. Like, she's the only one who actually sacrifices something in this book. And it's the same thing with, like, what's her name? Maddie Don't Get Mad. Stephanie Myers in Twilight. She had said like, "Oh, I didn't kill off any of my characters because I wanted to leave it open for like more stories, whatever." But like to me, that's so lame. It's so lame because it's like this is a thing that's happening right now, and I don't know. I just think it ruins it for your readers if you don't show any sort of sacrifice. If you don't show because it makes the stakes stupid. Like now you're
Yeah.
not worried, you don't care because all
And
the
she
characters
wasn't
are
afraid of
living on.
anything. She was never scared of anything.
Yeah, and I would say that that doesn't even show up until the second book, but it doesn't show up in real ways. She just says like, "Oh, I'm scared," but it's never shown that she's scared. It's never.
Yeah.
It just.
Like I kept thinking about I've said this in our group chat about Defy the Night. Okay, Defy the Night. It's like they're kind of like these people are sick with this illness and this girl, she's kind of a healer, not really, but she's like really good with like chemistry and physics, whatever. And so she goes out and she takes the antidote. She takes it all of it and she starts distributing it among the villagers. But the problem that it is that these people are like the guards, they're actually killing the villagers if they're found them at like night. So she has to do this in secret, and if anyone finds out, she's dead. There's a whole scene where she finds people hung on the gate. Like she's terrified. Like that's what I wanted from this book. Like I wanted to be scared for her if she did get caught, kind of thing.
Mhm.
Read Defy the Night, guys. It's really good. But it's that whole thing. Like, I wasn't scared of anything because she wasn't scared. And then the whole book, I'm just like, so what am I supposed to feel? Like, am I supposed to feel angry with you? Am I supposed to feel worried for you? Am I supposed to want Luther over Henry? I know I'm supposed to be liking Luther, but like, he's in here for maybe 10 minutes. Like, what are we doing? Because this makes me not want to read book 2, and I'm not going to read book 2.
Don't you worry. I can tell you it's exactly the same. But this time she's got a crown on her head.
This time.
And Maddie in the second book, her dad calls her out on being self-righteous. Loved
Love
that
that.
scene. When
That
her
was
dad
great.
was like, "Are you actually being mad for them, or are you just being mad for you?" And I was like, and
That's
you
a
say it.
good point.
And
Yeah.
you say it. I thought that was great. But also, that changes nothing. Then she goes on doing the same stuff. And so I'm just like, okay, so you said that because someone left your review saying she was self-righteous. And then you wrote that in to be like, oh, well, it was intentional because now, see, characters are calling her out on it. But it doesn't matter because she's not changing. Like, the whole reason
Yeah.
she's surrounded by these people to tell them and, for her to actually take it as advice and then change. But
Yeah.
goodness.
Are there any fantasy books that you like, Kat?
I love the Court of Thorns and Roses series. I'm not the biggest fan of the first book, but I really like second onward.
Mm-hmm.
I re-listened to those via a movie in your minds. I can't remember what it's called.
The dramatic
audiobook.
reads or
The
something.
dramatic read.
Is that what it's called?
Movie in the mind.
Yeah, they have one of those for Red Rising, and I'm like, man, maybe I need to listen to that one.
Ooh, it's so good.
You read Red Rising?
No, sorry, the dramatized. I just let Maddie down.
Dang
So
it!
much of disappointment
I
on
was
her
like,
face.
finally.
I wish I lied. Yes, I totally have. I read
Like,
that.
oh, it's my favorite book.
My favorite book. It's
a
about
great
a
book.
red rising.
It's about a red and the rising.
I
Hey,
will
it
add it to my
matters.
list, Maddie. I'm gonna add
Okay.
it right now. I
No,
have a
it's
lot.
fine.
No, Winter's
It's
Tale
like
is
Hunger
also on
Games
there.
in space. That's how I describe it.
I mean, that's the most. I'm trying to think if I read anything else. I've read so many that they all kind of blend together. I should
Yep.
make a list of the ones that I have read. Do you do that, Maddie? Do you have a list of the ones you've
I
read with
have
ratings?
Goodreads.
Yeah, do you have get on Goodreads?
Goodreads?
We'll be
Is it?
friends
Yeah.
on Goodreads.
So
Okay.
it's like an app. Hey guys, this video is sponsored
Sponsored by
by
Goodreads.
Goodreads. But it's an app where you can like you can say what you're reading, you can show books, you can rate books.
Yeah.
Ooh, that would
It's
be a
really
good way to
fun.
keep track.
So I
I
have
want to
one
be friends with
friend.
both
It's
of you guys
Maddie.
on. I
She
want
wanted
to
to be
be
friends
friends
with
with
me,
both
and
of
I
you.
denied it.
Like, don't look at what I'm reading, bitch.
She's like, why is she reading so many mafias?
I'm like, I need a good mafia, and then I just look at your Goodreads to find one.
Have a
Dude,
few. Just kidding.
because of Wattpad and guys, dare I say episode.
Oh, episode.
Episode brought mafias to the light, you know?
It was really Wattpad for me that brought mafias into my life. And it's fantastic. Hey, it's good.
Yeah, I saw this post on on Reddit that said too many authors are skipping their Wattpad and AO3 and going straight to self-publishing, and that's the problem right now. And I thought that was so funny. I was like, yeah, you gotta put a few on those sites first, y'all.
Wait, have y'all read what was it? Serpent and the Wings of the Night?
I did.
Okay. No, Carolyn?
No.
It's
Okay. I think it's
vampires.
yeah,
It's
it is.
vampires.
Yeah.
I did read that. Did you read it?
I did. I read the first one. I have is the second she did come out with the
There's
second one
like
and she's
3 of them, I think, right now.
Yes. I liked
I
it.
only
I
read
was
the first
surprised by that. Did you like it?
I really liked it, but I only read the first one, and then I realized that it was newly released, and then completely forgot about it.
Yeah, same because I think
Years later.
years later because I'm a
Later.
little bit like Carolyn. I like having a full series that I can read
Mhm.
because it's
Yeah.
more so because if I don't have the next book, I will forget about it. I will forget.
Yeah.
I'm a
I
goldfish.
will forget about it.
I'll freak out for a week and then I'll be like, well, guess that never happened.
Yeah.
It's really hard, honestly. Like when I read The Prison Healer,
Oh, I love that book.
because I was reading it year by year. Like there's only a few series where I'm like, I have to wait. Like I did the Once Upon a Broken Heart. Oh my gosh. Guys, if you like Villain Gets the Girl, you'll love this book. He will literally turn time for her.
Wait, Jax, Once Upon a Broken Heart, is that the one?
Yes.
Oh,
Mhm.
I never read the third book. See, forgot about it
The
until you
third
just
book?
said it.
The
I'm
third
about
book,
to
honestly,
look it up on Kindle Unlimited.
the third book for me, it was good. I gave it like 4 stars. I gave the other 2 5 stars, but I think it ended perfectly. Like I was like, this is a perfect end to the whole series. I totally love this for them. Like I love that book series.
I'm so glad you said that, Maddie, because I think I also held off on it because I always get little, not spoilers on Instagram, but people will
Mhm.
write comments on little fan arts or things like that. And it's like,
Yeah.
oh, the way it ended, I wish something else. And I was like, oh my God, do they not end up together? And I'm just,
I thought it was a perfect ending to the whole
Oh,
story.
good.
I thought it was
Oh,
really good. There's also Nameless, fantastic by Jennifer Jenkins. I read the whole series in high school, and I had to wait year by year for it.
Is this the one
And
that you and Elena had to wait, or is
Oh
that
my gosh, Inhuman by Cat Falls.
Inhuman?
Shout out to Elena.
I think I need a cleanse after this book.
Yeah,
I
Clem.
think
from
I
the
need to
genre.
like not. I need to be grounded in reality for like
You need
just a
a
little bit.
mafia.
I need a mafia
You need.
real quick, guys. We need to
What are you
read.
feeling?
Guys,
What are you
we gotta
feeling?
read.
Do you
guys,
want
we
Russian
have to read
mafia? Do you want
Quicksilver.
Italian? Do you want New York mob boss? What do you want?
That's
Whatever you
so
need, I got
funny.
it.
I know. I have
I'm
so
gonna
many
read Crime and Punishment, and then I'll get back into these.
I think Carolyn,
and say I
maybe
need to read
Carolyn,
the Winter Books
please
book.
read What Comes of Attending the Commoner's Ball. Please read that
Oh
one.
my gosh, yeah, you told me about that one. That
That
sounds
was the
really
one
good.
that's absolutely ridiculous, but I loved how ridiculous it was. It was so funny, and I was like, the whole
Oh,
time.
oh.
The only thing
Wait,
with
so it's
speaking of
what comes from
random,
attending the Commoners Ball?
Commoner's Ball, Elizabeth Amy Brown. It's like this girl who she doesn't like, she's working, but like she just moved to like this new town and she doesn't have a lot of money. And so they're having like this commoner's ball at the palace. And so she's like, well, I'm a commoner, so I'm gonna go and get the free food.
I'm a
Hey, I'm
commoner.
already in
I
because
like a
that's for
good ball.
I like a good ball. And she walks in and they're not allowing her in because they're like, hey, you're a peasant. And she's like, it's the commoner's ball. And he's
Yeah.
like, yeah, but like, that's not what it means. Like, you have to be invited. And this catches the prince's attention. And it's so, I loved it. I don't care.
She's trying to get in, and the guy's like, well, you're a commoner. And then she's like, well, you have a small dick. And then she
Hey,
attacks
this girl
him with a
doesn't hate
knife.
guys.
She attacks him with a knife, and then the prince guy is like, I guess she's okay to come in. She's probably not dangerous. Should we read Quicksilver? I'm like, I need a palate cleanser. And then I'm
I
like, the
did
exact
read
same.
that one. I did read that one.
Oh,
What
wait,
do
tell me,
you
tell me, tell me,
think?
tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me.
Oh my cat, I
Because I
would
heard it was
never
really
thought.
bad. I heard it was bad, so I want to know what you think.
I want to know.
Yeah, like I think I read it because so one of my favorite book boyfriends is Rezand. And so they were like, "Oh, if you like Rezand, the TikTok got me. If you like
Mhm.
Rezand, you're gonna love Quicksilver." And I was like, "Okay, that's
Really
great."
good
And
shot.
the audiobook is actually read by the same voice actor who did
Nice.
Rezand. So I was like, "It's just like Rezand again." I was like, "Oh, I'll listen to it." And because I like his voice, I can't remember his
Mhm.
name. I want to do a shout out to him, but I don't know his name. Also, don't know what he looks like. But you got a nice voice, and
Important.
You said, and
and
I'm won over.
I don't know if you guys would like it. I felt like it was missing a few things. It just like the plot.
It was missing
It
a few
had
things like a plot.
a.
You're gonna need that one, and you're gonna
Gonna
need this, and you're
I
gonna
like
need this to release the book.
it was
That's so funny.
I can't remember because I think I read it a good few months ago. But I
Mhm.
think I did like the romance because
Okay.
I love my fantasy that has a little bit of romance. I did think it was more of the driving force than the actual plot. When I'm usually like, oh, I want the plot to be more involved and then have the romance, a part of it. But this felt more like, oh, I think her name was Sarah Spain and Quicksilver. But I did like it. It did feel a little bit jump cutty where I wasn't sure. I was like, did I miss a page? And I was like, oh no, she just started here. But I liked it. I did like it. And if they came out with the second one, I would read it. It did feel a little empty where like I think the main bad characters, I didn't understand how I don't want to give it away, but I just didn't understand some things about them and why they were the way that they were. They were just like evil for evil's sake, and
Oh,
I didn't get how certain things occurred. I was like, oh, how did you get
Interesting.
that person? I thought she was over here, but she's with you now? Like, where'd that happen? But otherwise, it was a nice, easy read. And if there's a second book, I think there is, I would read it.
there is. It comes out November 18th, 2025, and it's called Brimstone.
Oh, Brimstone. And I will read it.
I just love a goofy tale, you know?
Yeah.
Commoner's
Or I
Ball.
like a serious tale. I don't love when they mix them too
You
much.
never know what she was gonna get.
But I don't like in this book when she was in the burning building and like making jokes. And I'm like, but then at the same time, she was like, there's people dying and we're worried about this. And I'm like, bitch, you're still talking.
That part where she's, I have to go in there, and then he's like, no, but like it's dangerous. And she's like, if you ever call me weak again, I'll cut your throat. And
Oh,
then she
no.
passes out in the first 5 minutes of going inside the building. Hey!
You call me weak again, passes out.
The one thing to describe how we felt about this book was
Like one word.
Tired.
tired.
Anger.
What's one word, Kat? What's one word, Kat?
Anger.
It's technically two words, but I'm pissed off.
Hey, she got us to feel something, so she did
I
her
feel like
job.
I wasted
And I
time.
finished the first book and I finished the second one.
I did
So
too.
you had my attention. But once again, hey, this book wasn't for us. It was for you. Sorry. We didn't mean to insult you.
Sorry.
We
No,
We're
don't.
I'm
not
so
trying
glad you
to
love
insult
it.
anyone.
Hey, you love what you love. Like,
Yeah, if you like this book, then
Exactly.
that's great. Then keep liking it. That's fine. It just wasn't for us. None of us have published a book,
none of
surely.
us.
So
Hey, Wattpad
all-
counts.
and
Hey,
you're
my
so
one-page story
right.
about Justin Bieber counts.
Yeah,
it
and I
does.
need the link to that.
If you want to read a good Justin Bieber fanfic, it's linked below. It's by Katriel Klein. Thanks, guys, for joining us. If you liked Spark of the Everflame, more power to you. If you didn't like it, maybe we touched on some reasons why. I hope you guys find some good books to read this week and that you go see a fun movie in the theaters. Guys, keep seeing movies. If you really want movies to do well, keep seeing them, especially independent ones. You guys have a great week.
Bye.
Thank you guys so much for listening to our podcast.
Yes. Follow us on Instagram, YouTube. I almost said Twitter. We don't have a Twitter or a Facebook. So just follow us.
If you're looking for us on Facebook, there's nothing there. We don't got shit on Facebook. Just find our Instagram, find our YouTube. You're watching on YouTube, likely. We're even on Spotify sometimes. I don't know if we're on there completely. Are we on there completely?
Yes. Do you not pay attention to what we upload? Yes, we're on Spotify. We're on Spotify and YouTube. Tune in next week for a surprise because we don't know what we're doing next week.
We never do. It's beautiful.
Comment down below what you thought about today's episode, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye. Get the hell out!
Bye. Hey, the movie's over. Why are you still here?